A to the K.
A to the K.
A to the K. Hello, one and all. Welcome to the A2theK Wrestling Show, and welcome to our Royal Rumble 2023 entry predictions.
2023.
So we figured
This show started with a rumble.
It did.
Ended with a whimper. But yeah, 3 years in. Madness.
It is.
Anyway, carry
We'll
on.
be celebrating that anniversary next month, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Is it 3 years? Will it be 3 years?
It'll be 3 years.
Madness. But yeah.
That's why we started on a 20, so we could do the math quickly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, evidently, not so much from my side. But obviously, it's too early to predict the outcomes of the Rumble as such, because we don't know all the matches yet. We don't know all the entrants. So we figured, well, what have we predicted the entrants for both the women's and the men's matches?
That'll be fun.
So similar to stuff we've done before, I'm going to just go through how I think the Rumbles are going to play out, and you're going to go, nah. And then,
Okay, yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Sounds good.
We'll reach a natural conclusion. So without further ado, because I keep saying adieu, and people point out to me that it's not adieu, and I'm like, well, I thought it was adieu. But apparently, adieu. Without further ado.
I don't.
Yeah, without further ado, let's kick off with the women's Rumble, shall we? Shall we? And kicking off at entry number 1, Asuka. Former Rumble winner.
Okay. I love the idea. I mean, obviously, I think she's a natural entrance for the Rumble. What's the reason for number 1?
I figured she is going to have a pretty solid Rumble, and I think it's going to be interesting with her coming out at number 1 and Io Sky coming out at number 2. Obviously, we saw at Survivor Series War Games. Obviously, they've got a little bit of animosity there, and obviously history. So I figured Trips would be like, do you know what? You two are going to kick it off, and they're going to just beat shit out of each other for a bit.
Fair. Do you think she's ready for Asuka?
Who is?
Is that even a catchphrase anymore?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I also thought it was weird because she doesn't do any of this weird face paint stuff anymore. And I was like, could I find a picture where she didn't have all that face paint? No, I couldn't.
But yeah, it's like the original debut in Asuka, funnily enough. So
exactly.
What a time to be back in the Rumble.
Exactly. Yeah. So my prediction is we're going to kick off the show with Asuka and with Io Sky battling it out.
Are we going to have them both in the ring for the third?
Well, I think we are. No one's going to be eliminated yet, because coming in at number 3, Emma.
Is she back to that name?
She is, yeah. Not Emelina, not Tennille Dashwood.
I would have thought they'd let her keep a name from the Indies, because that's probably been built up more than
once you've been known as anything in WWE.
whatever.
That's why I was saying to you about the whole Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona thing. It's like, wouldn't he just be Zack Ryder? Is he allowed to have a different name?
I mean, they let Cody Rhodes come back as Cody Rhodes instead of Stardust, so...
Well, there is that. But, yeah, so I think Emma is going to come in at number 3.
Okay. I mean, do you think she's going to get a decent push this time around? Because, like, they didn't... It was really weird the way they repackaged it and then kind of was like, yeah...
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be a mainstay. I certainly don't think she's winning it. I certainly don't think she's in the final 5. I think she's one of those entries who...
She's just here.
Will be in there relatively early to be given a decent run early in the match.
Yeah, it's a showcase, because let's be honest, a lot of the Rumble is to showcase some of the stars that you don't get to see.
And then we'll get dumped out.
By who?
By the kind of middle point. It's an interesting one, that actually. I don't know, because she's not really...
She hasn't got any feuds or anything like that, reason-wise, has she?
Well, she kind of sort of has with Scarlett Bordeaux, but I've not included Scarlett in the mix for this Rumble.
Interesting, okay.
What do you think Scarlett would be in the Rumble? I mean, the question.
I'd like to think so now they're putting her in the ring more, but she's probably just walking around holding Carrion's hourglass.
Okay. TikTok. Coming in at number 4, Sonya Deville.
Interesting.
So I think we saw Sonya this past week on SmackDown. So we know that she's there, she's ready.
I'm actually really glad to see her wrestling again, to be honest. Like, I was never a big fan of the whole managerial role she had, but I understand for whatever reason she couldn't do her ring work. I can't remember if it was injury, she just weren't ready after all what happened.
Yeah.
But
I think it was kind of a combination. Obviously, her and Mandy went through quite a bit, didn't they? To be fair. Well, yeah.
But I think it'd be great to see her in the Rumble. Do you think a lot of people have made suggestions that she could be the leader of Toxic Attraction? Do you think this might be
maybe
what to use the Rumble for?
Maybe you'll have to see who the other entrants are.
I guess we'll have to.
So coming in at number 5, Liv Morgan.
If you did a list of any women in wrestling and Liv Morgan weren't on it, I'd be surprised.
It's true.
So.
fucking love Liv Morgan. Boss.
I know you do.
So she gave a promo on SmackDown, kind of saying, I hope I get drawn at number 1 so I can beat up everyone and all that. And it was like, bit on the nose. I don't think she will be number 1 now she said that. I do think she'll be early, and I do think she will last a very long time. I can see her being in at number 5 and stay until the climax, if you will.
Interesting.
So yeah, I think she'll be in it up until the final 5.
Okay.
But
do you think because I was a bit worried they were quite sort of not soured on, but they were like, all right, her push is done now after the whole Ronda incident. Do you think they are going to give her enough of a push that she's going to be a long-standing Rumble entrant? I
think they will. They've done this weird thing where they've sort of teamed her up with Tegan Nox for no apparent reason. And it's like, okay. But
we need some sort of tag division, Carl, come on.
But yeah, once we go through all 30 of the women's entrants, I'm then going to give you me final 5, and I'm going to give you me thinking behind that as well.
Okay.
So Liv Morgan comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 6, Dana Brooke.
No.
Not seen Dana in a while, and I think this will be a nice way for her, who wants to be involved in the action, to
not
be...
any wild shouts yet, though.
I know. Well, don't worry. All right. So Dana Brooke will come back and kind of have an okay show, but not that okay. Probably last for about 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so. Coming at number 7, Carmella will return.
I mean, Mella is money.
Mella is money. We haven't seen Carmella for quite some time. I think she's been out with injury, hasn't she?
I think she's been through some personal stuff as well, hasn't she?
Yeah, and obviously she's also got married and everything like that as well. So there's been a lot going on. But I think that she'd actually genuinely get a decent pop as well. I do. Obviously she's been a heel up until obviously she disappeared.
Do you know what? I honestly, if she comes back now to Rumble, I would honestly love to see her go into some sort of title contention.
Yeah. I mean, she's been there before, hasn't she? She's always had a,
I feel like she'd get a bit more respect now. Now she's been gone a little bit. I think if she ended up with the title for a time, I think she'd get a bit of respect on that.
Yeah. I agree. Coming in number 8, Bayley. Early entry for Bayley. Obviously, we'll link up with the Sky, doing a bit of...
so Sky's still in the Rumble at this point.
Yeah, I think she'll still be there up to this point. And I think Bayley will have a decent showing as well. Number 9, Valhalla.
I'm not so sure about that, man.
You don't think so?
I don't think she's a wrestler in her own right just yet. I think she is a part of that faction. I don't think they'd put her in the Rumble.
Okay.
No disrespect to her. I just think at the stage she is story-wise, I don't think she's doing anything so
I think you could be right. So my thinking was she was in it last year as a surprise entrant, and now that she's back with the company, it might
I remember seeing her there.
She was there.
You're not mistaking her for Sarah Rowe. Sorry.
Funny guy. Yeah, I think she'll be there. I think she'll show up, show out,
show off,
and get eliminated.
Okay.
So then we'll get Candice LeRae. So again, it's not really been that many surprises. We've had Carmella coming back, but really, it's relatively the fans at this point to be a bit like, God.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm actually kind of liking what you've done so far, because the Women's Rumble, all due respect to it, because of the more sparse roster they've always had, they've had to rely on surprises.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're 10 in already and we haven't had surprises, I actually quite like your booking so far.
The next 20 are all surprises.
No, but you know what I mean? So far, you've got a Rumble that's a third of the way through, and you're not relying on surprise entrants, so I quite like this.
I think last year, by the time we got to entry number 10, we'd had Melina come in, we had maybe one or two others who were just kind of
really quick. Yeah.
So I think let's showcase some of the women they've got until we bring in the surprises.
I suppose you could class the likes of Carmella as a surprise, but I'm talking people who aren't on the active roster.
Aren't there for the long haul.
Yeah, exactly.
So Shotzi, I think she will also make an appearance in this as well.
And do you think she'll do some sort of crazy move that you're like, oh God? But she actually pulled it off.
I think she'll have some kind of crazy elimination. It won't just be an over that. I think she'll get fucking launched off something, or onto the tank or something. Something mental.
Isn't technically eliminated because she's still on the tank.
Yeah,
I like it.
Basically, another Kofi kind of thing.
Just wheels the tank around.
Yeah. So Shotzi comes in at 11. Number 12.
Okay, I'm surprised at this.
We get Nikki Bella coming back.
Do you think that either of the Bellas are interested at this point?
I think so.
Okay.
They've obviously got their own endeavors outside of WWE, and I think it's always nice for them to have the spotlight put back onto them, and it's, you know, they've achieved a lot with the company to the point where it's a nice kind of, I don't know, it's a nice way to
achieve a lot with the company.
Well.
You know, married the right people.
Well, yeah.
Their mums married the right people. You know,
that sort of thing.
I'm not showing disrespect. Of course, they were important during that particular era.
Yeah, but obviously, I think they're. I don't think they're going to be people who potentially come back like into the really kind of late 40s and stuff like that. They've just turned 40 now, so I think if they're going to come back, they'll do it around about now. Yeah. And then
the thing with the Bellas, and this is like a personal thing, right? But the thing with the Bellas, they're in like this weird gap for me. The same place Punk was, WWE was. People always talk about Punk at WWE, but the Bellas and Punk and all, like, right, these were people who were like not really a big deal, but coming up when I stopped watching wrestling, and then I come back on the other side of it, and they're gone. Yeah. But they're apparently a really big deal. So I missed like their entire run that made them big. So I'm here like, the Bellas popular, but obviously they were. I just weren't there for any of it, so I try not to show a bias. But I don't know. I'm an old man.
I think she'll get a good reaction. But yeah, again, I don't think it's going to be. She's going to be in there for the long haul or anything like that.
Which one of them was not that great in the ring?
I mean, that's a harsh thing to say, isn't it? Both.
No, wasn't one of them was like a bit sloppier than the other when they made the return last? Well, all due respect,
Brie wasn't as successful as Nikki, if you will.
But diplomatic answer. Mode?
She has got Brie mode.
Whatever that is.
Well, yeah, I don't think anyone knows, but yeah. So
okay.
Then number 13, the third member of Damage Control,
and we've got all of Damage Control at the ring at this point.
Yes. Yeah. And they'll be teaming up. They'll be doing a great job. They'll be, dumping people out together.
Kathy Kelly's mate, as you probably know her.
Coming at number 14, Rhea Ripley.
Now, I think, correct me if you disagree, I think this is where you're going with this. She's going to come in and she's going to clear some people out of this ring, right?
Yes, she is. That's why there's going to be a lot of people in there until
she's going to dominate. Hey! Oh. Is she going to come out with Dom? And he can be on the ring like, I'll save you, mummy.
Nah, don't think so.
And they're going to do some shit bit where she gets thrown out and he catches him, puts it back.
I mean, I think if anything's going to happen
like that, or tries to catch her, falls over.
If anything's going to happen like that, she'll probably save him from elimination.
How funny. I so want that. I want him to be in the men's rumble and she catches his ass.
She catches him. It's just like, it's okay, mommy's here. But yeah, Rhea Ripley.
Just forget about the rumble. She just carries him backstage. Yeah. You need a nap.
Rhea Ripley is going to have going to come in, clear house, and chuck out a load of people. According to number 15, a returning Aaliyah.
Okay.
So she's been out injured. So I'd like to think she's recovered from that now, and she can.
No reports. I just like to think.
So yeah, it'd be nice to see her because obviously she just won the tag titles and then had to relinquish them.
Yeah,
and,
sadly, yeah.
I don't know. I've got like a bit of a soft spot for her because like she fucking was throwing up and everything. You know what I mean? The nerves and everything got to it, and she's
sucker for a story, aren't
you? Yeah. Achieved pretty decent success and then had to give that up with an injury. So
she is. She's just like normal people. I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope she comes back. It's another one. You're not seeing double. It's Brie Bella will come out to number 16 to Brie mode. We'll get a bit of Bella magic again. I don't think they're going to eliminate. I mean, actually, I could see Brie eliminating Nikki Bella as a throwback to when Nikki eliminated Brie.
I just do that every Rumble for the next 20 years.
Basically. Okay. So I could see something like that happening, and she finally gets her revenge, and there's a little bit of a story there. Finally. And then gets dumped out immediately after. I don't think...
By Rhea, probably.
Well, yeah, I don't think she'll be in it long at all. I think when Brie comes in...
It'd be nice if they try and eliminate each other, right, and someone just eliminates the pair of them.
I mean, that would be pretty cool, to be fair. But I don't know, I think it'd be good to see Brie get revenge on Nikki.
Revenge.
What she did all them Rumbles ago. So coming at number 17, the Queen of Spades herself, Shayna Baszler.
Okay.
Now, this would have been a great entry a couple of years ago, but now she's just filler, unfortunately.
Followed by mate.
Well, I've not included Ronda Rousey in this.
Good.
I think we might see Charlotte and Ronda at the Rumble.
Yeah, probably.
Because obviously Charlotte's come back, won the belt in like an impromptu match, and
in all of 5 seconds.
Yeah, so Ronda's gonna be like, "Well, that's not fair. I wasn't ready." So I don't think Ronda will be in the Rumble. If that match happens at the Rumble or WrestleMania. I'm not too sure.
Oddly though, I don't know why Charlotte would have won if this is the case. Well, so she can get to that all important 16. Doesn't matter how you get to the 16 as long as you got the number. Do you think we might end up with a possibility that they'll pull the gun and say, well, pull the trigger? You don't pull the gun itself. That's not how you work a gun. That they'll pull the trigger on Shayna winning the Rumble and then facing off against Ronda, who's just won the belt back.
No.
Good. I'm glad you say that.
There was a time when I thought that could have gone somewhere, but I don't think it could at the minute.
Okay.
Unfortunately. But
you heard it here first, folks.
Yes.
No.
Current number 18, Beth Phoenix.
Nice.
And we're going to get
Have we seen Beth since she got hitting the head with the chair?
Oh.
You didn't get that?
No, it's not the noise it makes.
I'd love it if it was. Honestly, if you went back to those clips, right, and just put that noise in there, it would take so much of the gravity out of the situation.
We need to do that. I'd find on YouTube the gnarliest chair shot compilation and just over it.
Yeah. Slight digression, but have you ever seen someone's done the Jurassic Park film on YouTube, but he's replaced all the dinosaurs' roars with hay?
No.
He just cuts with two going, hey! It's just fantastic. Look it up.
Yeah, that's your humour all over that. But I think we're going to see Beth Phoenix come back for revenge, and she will go after Rhea Ripley.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
I think they're going to have a big scuffle. Maybe Rhea Ripley kind of runs away from her under the ropes, tries to get out of dodge for a little bit.
Do you think she'll catch Rhea?
Yeah, I was going to say something about Rhea being gone Rhea, but we won't go there. So Beth Phoenix will try and come back and get revenge, but ultimately will not, because Rhea Ripley will outlast her in this match, and Beth will be eliminated by Rhea Ripley.
So you don't think she'll get Rhea ended?
I don't think she will. Coming in at number 20, Xia Li.
Yeah, I like this one. I think it's a good shout. I think she deserves a massive push. They've been rather confused with everything about her, NXT wise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There was a lot of potential there, but then they kind of clouded it with there's this involvement and who's the guy, Bo or something? I don't know. And it's what's going on? She's legitimately talented and could get a decent showing out of this.
Well, exactly. Don't know if she will. But
no, but
I'd like her to be in it and get that bit of feature. Coming in number 20, the man, Becky Lynch.
Right. Well, we've got this opportunity, right? Becky Lynch, I'm going to declare this right now.
He loves you.
Since she's come back, it's grown on me. I've often said I was never really a fan of the man gimmick and the cockiness after they kind of went from that genuinely badass moment to making it a bit of a ridiculous parody. But her antics at the minute just amuse me. I think I don't know if she I don't know. Her and Seth seem to match each other energy wise. I kind of get why they're a couple now. But I don't know if you saw it recently. She did one of Bailey's moves. And I just sat on the apron and said to Bailey, did you move better than you? And I don't know. It's just something about it just got me. I'm like, that's cool. You know what? Yeah, I'm loving it. Her return has been awesome. And
just needed one catchphrase that you liked. And all
no, that's just an example of the she's taking it seriously, but not, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So there's there's a bit of playfulness there, which makes her amusing to watch, but it's not ridiculous. It doesn't feel oh, well, let's get some catchphrases out there and all that kind of bollocks now. It's just she's just getting to sort of be amusing and be herself, have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying it.
Okay. So you'll be excited by her coming in number 20 then. And I think she is going to have a really good showing. More about that in the final 5, no spoilers.
But now you did.
Then number 21, Tegan, going to come in.
Yeah,
for a bit.
Makes a lot of sense.
Don't think she will have a fantastic showing, but sometimes you need people to just come in and not have a fantastic show.
Sadly.
Coming number 22, Raquel Rodriguez is going to be a very good contender, I think. I think we're going to see a square off between Rhea Ripley.
What do you think? I was going to say, do you think we're going to get this? Rhea's obviously going to be a big presence in the Rumble, going to eliminate a lot of people. Yeah. She's been showing a lot of dominance. This is someone who could probably match her.
Yeah, so I think we're going to get that face-off between the two of them.
I love mirrors. Fucking love them.
So, yeah, mirror match potential out the wazoo. So I think we're going to get a bit of a face-off between them. 23, Doudrop.
We funnily enough, we talked about hoping to return soon. Do you think... It's funny you said Doudrop. Do you think she's coming back as Doudrop then?
I'm not sure. I think
this could be a repackaged Piper.
I think she's coming back as a babyface for definite. I think to save confusion, because they won't be able to explain it properly in the match, she might come back as Doudrop with the music and everything, so people know it's her. But then swiftly upon her return, be like, we'll have like a throwaway thing about, Doudrop's a stupid team, just call me Piper.
Do you think in a similar stance? Do you think, obviously, because she's like, do you think this will be the sort of thing where she can come in and like get a few eliminations and show a bit of dominance? Like, do you think that's how they're going to approach this one?
Yeah, where they're coming kind of back and stuff like that. I think, hopefully we'll see something like that. Coming in number 24, Trish Stratus.
Got to. Like, if you didn't put her on the list, I'd be mad at you.
So she's not. She was in the first ever Women's Rumble. She's never been back since.
So this is the time.
It's got to be time.
This is the time.
Yeah, Trish time.
Yeah.
Trish time. Where is she? Show one of these. There she is.
She over there?
Over there. I'm just pointing.
Right here.
Right now. That picture over there.
This one?
Yeah.
This one right here.
So, yes, I would love Trish to come back. We haven't seen her since the first one. So, I think she's going to come back. It'll be a big pop. And, fun will be had.
Indeed.
Coming in number 25, Natalya. Again, another one we've not seen much of since the injury that she had. Yeah. So, that'd be good. Have Natalya and Trish face off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Number 26, Lacey Evans.
Okay.
They've been doing all these vignettes. She's getting repackaged again.
Sadly, I think right now it's a case of like, she'll be in. There won't be a lot for her in the Rumble. It's like you say, kind of to pad it out. I don't think this is going to be for her story-wise or anything like that. No disrespect to her. But yeah, I could see her being in it.
Yeah, I think she will. Number 27, Nikki Cross.
Similar, I think. Yeah, makes sense for it to be in there. I don't think there's going to be anything for her progression-wise, story-wise or anything like that, but yeah.
Number 28.
Don't think it's happening.
Chelsea Green, baby.
I think anytime the Rumble's cropping up, people like to tease that they're going to appear in it. I don't think she's turning up.
But with the news that she has been signed and they're waiting for creative pictures and stuff like that for her.
Who's the news come from?
Fightful. He's typically, most of the time, gets it right.
Say that about Saudi.
I mean, it all lines up with the whole, OnlyFans thing and all that. So it would make sense if they've signed her. Typically when someone's struggling for creative, how do you bring someone in? A Rumble's a great way to do that. Yeah. So I do think this is where she will return, and they'll be like, "Oh wow, it's Chelsea Green. We haven't seen her for this," and we'll kind of be a big build.
See, for me, I'm not an issue with her coming back to WWE. By the way, I think the Rumble's just the wrong time to do it.
Okay.
Like, because she will get that reaction. Oh, people, wow, it's her. But like, it's also stolen by like various other returns from legends and with all due respect, bigger stars.
Yeah.
When if she actually rocked up as some sort of surprise return on SmackDown one week, I think it'd have more impact.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Impact. So coming in at number 29, Mia Yim. Mi-chan. Fucking stupid name. And coming in at number 30, a big surprise and a call-up for Nikita Lyons.
Okay, I could see that.
Not in the title picture anymore down there. Didn't win the title.
Her whole shtick involves pinning people in an interesting way. Can't pin people in a Rumble.
Well, that's why she won't win it. But she'll be there.
It's like she's just there pinning them like, I don't know what else to do.
She'll be leg dropping them all, but she won't be able to pin them with it. So that's me 30 entrants.
Love it.
Okay. Now, final fives for the Women's Rumble. I've got...
Oh, you hit them, you sneaky bastard.
Liv Morgan. She's going to have a really good showing, I think. Comes in relatively early, stays all the way through to the end. Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
Chelsea Green and Nikita Lyons.
Fair. Who do you think's winning?
Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I like that. For me,
Rhea Ripley's going to win it. I think
I wouldn't be upset if Becky won.
Yeah. I think she's won it, hasn't she? She's won it before. She wasn't in the Rumble, and then she took someone out, took their place, and won the Rumble.
Yeah, I think
so Becky's won it before. Rhea Ripley hasn't, and a bit of a swerve. Maybe it won't happen. I don't know. She could always go to SmackDown and go against Charlotte again in a WrestleMania rematch. But
the thing is, like, I think to go to SmackDown, she'd have to ditch the Judgment Day.
Well,
essentially.
Exactly. So it's like that could happen, but I think it's going to be.
Sadly, if they did that, she might take not the Judgment Day, but she might take Dom with her and then reunite the whole father-son crap.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
Which they haven't really left, to be honest with you.
No,
so.
But I think Rhea Ripley's going to win it, and that's because they've been giving each other these little glances and stuff, haven't they, for ages? Going, we're going to meet at some point. It's going to be Bianca, Rhea Ripley, and I think Rhea Ripley's going to dethrone her.
I'd be all for that, you know. Bianca's had a solid run, but Rhea is like at the minute is on fire, so why not? Yeah, capitalise on it, man. She'd be the first one in the Judgment Day to have a belt on her. Mm-hmm. Should be interesting. Because I've often said she is that faction.
Yeah,
like, to be fair. Finn's not the fucking leader. She is.
No. Did you see the stuff on Raw this week, by the way, where he injured his ribs and he was icing his ribs at ringside and Dominic had to sub in for him? It was fucking awful. People loved it.
People are loving. They're loving that and they're loving Dom in general. I still don't get it.
Yeah, it's not for me.
No.
But yeah, I'm going for a Rhea Ripley win this year, and I do think she is going to take the title at Mania.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Anything you would have done differently? Anyone you think I missed? I didn't put Alexa Bliss in this.
Interesting. I'm kind of glad. I would rather she not be in it, because I think if she's in it, then all we're going to get is her getting eliminated because she gets distracted by some sort of Uncle Howdy bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'd sooner we just don't include. It'd be a waste of a space, to be honest with you. Because she's got something going on. It's no disrespect to her, but why include that in the Rumble when we could just have other entrants and display some people?
Yeah. I don't know what the situation is with her. Obviously, she's doing stuff with Uncle Howdy now. She had the thing with Bianca that didn't really go anywhere.
I'm starting to wonder if they know what's going on, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah. But yeah, so I think Rhea Ripley is the 2023 Women's Rumble winner.
I mean, it's not something I'm expecting. I think your predictions are solid, but given that we may not be done with the whole Bianca thing, I mean, is there a possibility here that Alexa wins because of Uncle Howdy?
Maybe. And
she is in the Rumble, and she ends up going there at Mania because of that.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the things, because I was like, well, are we going to get Bianca versus Alexa at the pay-per-view?
I mean, that could be another possibility.
But I don't know. I was kind of on the fence whether to put her in or not.
The way Bianca's selling the injuries, you suggest there's some sort of follow-up to that. You'll want revenge. So, yeah, I'd sooner they have a match at the Rumble than it be part of the Rumble match itself.
Yeah.
Yes,
I agree.
That made sense.
I agree.
That were words.
So moving swiftly on over to the men's Rumble, where coming in first, Mr. Balor himself.
Balor is a first. Interesting.
I think he's going to be in early, and I think he will also have a lengthy stay in this. Is
he going to be wearing the gimp mask or not the gimp mask today?
I think maybe that's why Andrade was saying bye. As he just took Andrade's little mask? Is that what he's been wearing? Who knows? But I think Finn Balor will kick off the Rumble against Shinsuke Nakamura, Anthony.
Shinsuke, good one to capitalise on. He's had a really great showing for Pro Wrestling Noah. Mm-hmm. So let's have him.
He's a former Rumble winner. Them two got history in Japan. Makes sense. I don't know why I've gone for Asuka and Io, who've got history in Japan, and Balor and Shinsuke, who've got history in Japan.
Somebody watch Wrestle Kingdom. But it's all about New Japan now.
Just the way I think it's going to kick off. Current number 3 is going to be Mr. Chad Gable.
Now we're going to get a decent showing for Gable here.
I don't think so. No, unfortunately. I think he may come down with a microphone and be doing shoosh and have a bit of a promo thing on the way.
Never get his way in the ring.
Well. Yeah,
barely get his way into the ring.
Barely get into the ring. I don't think he'll last very long.
He is very much a comedic role at the moment, so I'm not too upset about that.
No,
he's an awesome talent. Yeah, but I can see them doing that. Yeah.
Well, as Kurt Angle told us on our show,
because we spoke with Kurt,
I do think that
he was very courteous.
He looked at things from all angles,
milk.
But yeah, I think he's got a bright future. He's definitely got the personality side of things down, the comedy aspect of stuff, and he's got the credentials. I think they're just waiting for the time to. I mean, I could definitely see like a US title run or something at least.
Yeah, I'd love it. I think sadly, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think he'll get a title run sort of when Austin Theory is ready to move on to like the main event scene. To be honest with you, which by the way, he's starting to get there, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's on point now. The stuff he's doing with Seth is definitely building him well. So
yeah, makes sense. So I think it'll be early for Gable, but I don't think it's going to last too long. Coming number 4, Mr. Elias himself.
Are we going to pull a Mankind here and he's going to enter again as Ezekiel? Or?
I don't think so. Okay. That would be funny as fuck though if he did. But yeah, I think Elias, again, not expecting much from this, bit of filler material, but someone who deserves to be in it now that he's back and has been featured quite a bit. So he'll be in there. Again, going at number 5, Madcap Moss, just because.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
we need people.
You need people in there, don't you? Going to number 6, make some noise. X-Pac is back.
They can tell us what to do.
Yeah.
Just what? Just because Triple H is running things.
Just because Triple H is running things. I think, we've seen Road Dogg in there before, and X-Pac has obviously expressed an interest in,
he has.
Back.
I think it'd be a good shout, to be honest. Like, he's doing well. All his mates are involved with WWE now. Basically, DX is running WWE right now, so now's the perfect time for him to rock up the Rumble.
And I don't think he's gonna, he's not gonna have an awesome show or anything. That's why he's in at number 6. I think
he's gonna have a bit of fun.
To wait for the fans to go, oh, surprises, because people won't be expecting X-Pac, and
when Billy Gunn comes down, they won't be expecting that.
Yo, listen. Then in at number 7, Ricochet. So I think we'll see some flippy shit between X-Pac and Ricochet doing some stuff.
Flippy shit from Ricochet and X-Pac. Like, I used to be able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, basically.
Back in the day.
But he'll get a Bronco Buster, and that's all that matters. In at number 8, cleaning some house.
So I assume, is this Solo, or are we going to get Imperium down the line as well?
Solo. I think, unfortunately, there's not going to be room for everyone, is there? So I think
that's the thing, especially like the men's. This is the trouble. Men's have the opposite problem to the women's one, where you go, we've got too many people that we don't really use. You're going to have to exclude
people if you want to bring returns back and stuff.
Exactly,
yeah. So I think Gunther will come in, have a really good show, and eliminate a lot of people, and kind of be like, oh God, he's a contender.
God.
So in at number 9, Carl Anderson.
Sure.
Because they've got nothing else to do now. AJ's injured, so.
Well, this might be the start of a connection between him and Finn. I've often said Finn may be the leader of the OC, or they could join Judgment Day, or whatever bollocks.
Maybe.
Because they're the buddies, they're not the stars.
Exactly. I think Finn will still be in at this point, so that could happen. In at number 10, he's back. The return. He's returning early because it's Cody Rhodes, and he will never come back for just 5 minutes. No. He's gonna,
He's number 10. Yeah. He's on the show.
Yeah.
Holy shit! It's Cody.
So yeah, Cody Rhodes coming in at number 10, and a serious contender.
I mean, number 10 is a difficult spot because he can't come down and talk for 10 hours about how his dad was a son of a plumber or whatever.
Well, exactly. But yeah,
I really need to stop moaning about him.
He's definitely come back at the Rumble. There's no way he isn't. All these return vignettes and stuff like that, and how it's his destiny to go to Mania and blah 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 blah. He's coming back. He's making it to the final 5 at least. So.
Okay, we'll talk. I'll wait till the final 5. I'll wait till the final 5.
Cody Rhodes in at number 10. In at number 11, Dominic.
What a waste of a slot.
So he'll be in there. Don't think he's going to do too much, but he'll be in there. At number 11. In number 12, Otis.
I hope Otis eliminates him.
I hope he just squashes him, at least. That'd be fun. It'd be fun for all. But yeah, he needs to fill some spaces. And obviously Cody Rhodes coming back, because a lot of fans are like, whoa. So let him cool off a little
That's
bit.
The thing, you need a bit of a cooler after Cody, don't you?
You do. In at number 13, lucky number 13, Kofi. He fucked up his elimination spot last year, so I think he'll try and make amends for that. Have maybe 2 or 3 different attempts.
I think this might be the one where he actually flies.
Maybe.
Which actually would have been the pandemic one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, to be fair.
He finds out you can actually fly. Anyway.
But yeah, I don't think Xavier Woods is going to make it in time. Obviously, he's injured. Sadly. So I think it'll just be Kofi. In at number 14, Mr. Sheamus himself. It's a shameful thing.
Has he lost his head?
Yes, he has. That's why you wear
careless man.
Could wind up there. Let's hope not. But Sheamus coming in at number 14. I think we're going to get him and Gunther. Big men slapping meat in this.
I mean, you love it. That's what you're after, isn't it?
Fucking yeah.
Love a mirror.
So
every time.
I know, yeah. I hope people watch this show enough to know he means mirror matches, not just I fucking love looking in the mirror. Because while that's true, it's not what he means. In at number 15...
You're not Cody Rhodes. God, this Cody. Mirrors. You're the best. Sorry, go on.
In at number 15, Santos Escobar.
Okay, I love it.
He's announced he's in it.
Yeah.
So
well, yeah. Chances are he's going to turn up.
So he'll be in there.
Okay.
In at number 16, it's Booker T. Takes place in Texas. It's in San Antonio. Shawn Michaels ain't going to be there, so Booker T.
Why Shawn Michaels not going to be there?
Because he's like old man Marley now.
Yeah, but you can still like...
The music will play and he'll come out and people will be like, who the fuck's that guy?
I think I'm tired.
My lazy eye. Anyway, so yeah, Booker T. Obviously, we know that he wrestled recently, and by all accounts, he looked good, man. So I think we will get to see him in Texas.
Fair. No, I honestly love to see that. I think it'd definitely get a good pop. He still works for WWE in some announcing capacity. I'm not sure.
Now.
Is he NXT?
NXT now.
So definitely in the realms of possibility, and like you say, San Antonio. So
exactly. So Booker T comes in.
How many times have you been in the Royal Rumble? Sorry, cool.
In at number 17, Damian Priest.
Yes, I hope he gets a really good showing in the Rumble as well. He's a beast, and sadly, he's playing part in Judgment Day at the minute, which isn't. It's not a bad thing for him, but it doesn't display him. So I hope this will be a good shout for him to, again, similar to Rhea, come in and throw some fuckers out, man.
Indeed. So Damian Priest, hopefully he has an eventful one. Oh no.
Oh no. Keep going.
We ran out of slides.
Keep going.
We ran out of slides, so we've exceeded the maximum.
Okay.
So we'll pause and we'll be right back. Seamless.
Professionalism.
Didn't go anywhere. So, yes, Damian Priest, number 17.
Yep, love it.
Coming in number 18 is Braun.
The big train himself.
Strowman, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be in it. I mean, they brought it back.
What I'd love for them to do is actually have him square up against Damien and come off the losing end of it. I think it'd be good for Damien. I don't think that's what they're going to do, but I think I'd like that.
Yeah. It's such an interesting one with Braun. They brought him back and he just hasn't really done much of anything, has he? I thought when they brought him back, it'd be like...
right back to the status quo then.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, Braun comes in at number 18. In at number 19, Mustafa Ali.
Oh, so he's getting eliminated pretty quick.
So,
okay.
Yeah, I think he'll be in it for definite, but again, I don't think it's going to be the most amazing of showings. In at number 20, Seth freaking Rollins. So it turns out the knee injury wasn't as legit as we first feared. So he is able.
But yeah, okay. I was thinking there'd be some, like, it wouldn't be part of the Rumble, his feud with Austin. I get it, because Austin's basically said, I'm going to win the Rumble. So I get it, but, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping it'd play out before that and they end up having a match rather than being in the Rumble. Yeah. I may be hoping for too much there.
But it's one of them, with 2 Rumbles plus, like, 2 matches announced already, you're probably going to get one more match.
Yeah, fair.
So, yeah, Seth Rollins in at number 20. In number 21...
So he's gonna throw Ali out then.
Pretty much, yeah. Bobby Lashley, he's returned on Raw and made his intentions known. He's going to kick some ass.
Did you know? I only learned this from watching Chris Van Vliet speaking to Chris Masters. That Bobby was the first person to break the Master Lock.
Okay.
And has now adopted the Hurt Lock, which I think is actually really interesting.
I like that.
I don't know if it was done conscious, the way Chris Masters has basically said it's quite poetic that he's adopted that move, being the one who first wanted to break it.
I like
that. I don't know if that was deliberate or not, but I found that quite very interesting. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, you're a good guy. In number 22, Dolph Ziggler, because why not? He's around.
Can't have Shawn Michaels, we'll have Dolph, damn it.
Exactly.
Sorry.
In at number 23, Riddle returns.
Well, doesn't matter how many violations now, you can have all the violations. Well, exactly. It's fine.
He's serving a suspension, isn't he? So I'd like to think that's probably up around the Rumble and probably get a decent pop from the fans. So
he said he's going to be in the Rumble. He said no.
So Riddle in at number 23. This is where it all starts getting good now, just so you know. In number 24, Luke Gallows. Maybe I peaked too soon there, but it's going to start getting good. Okay. Luke Gallows comes in because the other one was in, so he needs to be in there as well. Yeah.
If he come in as Festus, I'd be surprised, and I'd be like, okay, you go, Festus.
Edge.
And
he's going to pick up with Finn Balor and Damian Priest. He's going to eliminate both of them, one of them. I don't know. But it's going to reinvigorate that.
Okay. How many returns can Edge have now where it's still like...
I mean, he'll never top that one.
That 2020. We'll have to revisit 2020 at some point. That was a great return.
That was.
But no, always glad to see Edge back. I'm not being too salty about it. Always glad to see Edge back. Yeah. Fucking awesome dude. I understand he can't be a full-time wrestler anymore. What we get of him is awesome. So
yeah. So I think Edge will come back, reignite the Judgment Day stuff. In number 26, The Miz, because he's awesome. He's got a hot wife.
Isn't that less reason to be in the Rumble?
I mean, to be fair, yeah. In at number 27, it's The Rock. It's The Rock.
Do you reckon? Do you think?
Maybe.
Do you think?
Maybe.
Do you think?
I don't know. I mean, clearly.
I assume at this point he's bought the WWE, as people are rumouring. You know, because the success he had with the XFL, they're like, you know what, he's going to buy the WWE as well, and then enter the Rumble.
Maybe. They are chasing as much media attention as humanly possible. They brought in your Logan Pauls, your Bad Bunnies, and all this kind of stuff. The Rock's the biggest fucking name in the world. WrestleMania is taking place in Hollywood, where we're expecting to see The Rock and Roman Reigns.
You know, it's a bit of a curse with WWE. I've only just picked up on this. Like, they had Bad Bunny, and now Bad Bunny's getting a lot of bad press because he took someone's mobile phone and he threw it into a lake or some shit. So he's getting a lot of bad press because of how shitty he treated the fans. And now Logan Paul is also getting a lot of bad press because of how shitty he treated his fans by scamming him with some sort of crypto bullshit.
Yes.
So it seems like if you wrestle for WWE as a star in some way, then your other career ends up going a bit haywire. So don't do it, Rock.
But yeah, Rock is going to return, Anthony, in this Royal Rumble, and we're going to be like, oh my god, it's The Rock.
I mean, let's face it, that music hits and you're going to be like, yes.
And obviously some house will be cleared upon The Rock's return. Coming number 28.
I just check, we are going to get the right music though. First beat. Have you smelled? Like straight out, not that stupid Hollywood bullshit he had.
None of that. Yeah. In at number 28, Baron Corbin, just because
respectable.
He's perfect person to be punched in the face by returning legends.
He's going to get a people's elbow, that motherfucker.
Yes, he is. In at number 29, Anthony, Austin Theory.
He's going to get a people's elbow, that motherfucker.
Yes, he is. And you like Austins, do you? And we're in Texas, are we? Because in at number 30, Anthony, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
So you're proposing a Royal Rumble that includes both The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in 2023?
Yes, I am.
It's wild, man.
Yeah, I even considered putting John Cena.
Did we call this wild predictions?
We just called it my entry predictions, but it's in Texas.
I don't know, man.
We know Austin's been training his fucking ass off.
I mean, he's looking jacked.
And I think...
I'm such a hypocrite saying, Ric Flair should stop wrestling, and I'm like, Stone Cold, yeah, fucking yeah.
Right, well, there's method to my madness, so we'll talk Final Five, shall we?
Okay, okay.
So the final...
What?
Did I mention Drew McIntyre? Because he's in my Final Five, and he wasn't in my 30, right?
Well, that is surprising.
That is surprising, because what's going to happen is...
fuck it, just put Sheamus in there.
Yeah, fuck it. So, yeah. So,
poor Drew.
Yeah, poor Drew. Sorry, Drew. You know I love you. Drew will be in the Rumble match. He'll take the place of, I don't know, somebody.
Otis. He can have Otis's place.
Yeah, someone's, right?
Sorry, Otis.
Drew will be in there. He'll be in the Final Five. Don't know what number, clearly.
I'm number 31. I don't give a fuck.
Fucking throwing the rule book out, right? So, what we're going to get, Anthony, the Final Five will be Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre somehow, and Seth freaking Rollins.
So Carl's wet dream.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, that would be the greatest Final Five in terms of like. I mean, you're going to be like, and Cody Rhodes, but no.
I'm trying to be less. Like, Cody is a very talented guy, right? And he deserves the accolades. He deserves to be champion. I hate the fact that he's so aware of how much he deserves and how great he is.
Yeah,
just. Humble, man.
Yeah.
Humbly. But he's definitely, I don't hate that guy.
Okay. But we are, Anthony, going to get face-off between Stone Cold and The Rock after all them years. Imagine that, right? But you know what's going to happen? What's going to happen, Anthony? Seth freaking Rollins is going to eliminate Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because that's who Stone Cold is facing at WrestleMania.
I love it.
That's what's happening.
With that shit-eating grin.
Yes.
Honestly... That's a good fucking heat move, that. Yes. That's a really good move.
Right? Austin Theory, who is not going to be in the Final Five.
Seth can't get one, Austin, he'll get another. Is that what you're thinking?
Yes. So Austin Theory is not going to be in the Final Five. It's going to be beaten down by everybody and tossed over the ropes. And he's going to be very much like, you know what, fucking all these legends. I'm the future and all that. Legends of shit, whatever. John Cena is going to come back after the Rumble. And that's where we're going to get Theory and Cena. Drew McIntyre is just in there because he's Drew McIntyre. But essentially, it's going to come down to The Rock and Cody Rhodes.
Drew McIntyre is a good one. Like, I know he doesn't fit into the story you're building, but he's a legitimate contender. Yeah. Even though you've totally forgot about him.
But he's in the Final Five. But I think we're going to get like a Drew versus Rock. A little bit of a... He's a big guy. You know, that'll be good for Drew McIntyre.
But do you have a sword?
But it's going to come down to Cody Rhodes and The Rock. And it's going to go one of two ways. Tubular. It's either going to go Royal Rumble 1994, 2 winners. Both their feet touch the floor. Adam Pearce comes out.
Hard to pull off that.
And he's like, do you know what? There's 2 titles. You're both the winners.
Why the fuck not?
Right? And that's how we get night 1 is going to be Roman Rock. Night 2 is going to be Roman Cody.
Feels like a place for botches, that, you know.
Could be. So there's that angle to it. Or angle 2, not Kurt Angle. Angle 2, The Rock wins. Cody's devastated. He didn't do it. He's failed on his mission. He's let his dad down.
And instead of basking in what The Rock's done, we spend 10 minutes with Cody.
Yeah.
Feeling sad.
Yeah. Because The Rock isn't going to be there every week in this build-up. He's going to win the Rumble. He knows he's got a date with Destiny against Roman. We'll have them two facing off at some point.
That's a fair point. Like, they need to do something. If The Rock wins the Rumble, they need to do something to tell a story up to the Rumble, up to the Mania, because we're not going to have The Rock. Like you say, we might maybe a sporadic appearance here and there, but it's definitely not going to be a regular thing.
No. And I think as well, right, every other Royal Rumble prediction show that I've seen, like who's going to be entered, like, I mean, they did a better job than me because I left out Drew McIntyre, but they've all put in Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa, whatever the fuck his name. Solo, what's his name? Sikoa. Solo Sikoa.
Sikoa?
I don't know. I'm getting confused with the Sequoia Lodge in Disneyland Paris.
Plug.
But I've left them out because it doesn't make sense for them to enter the Rumble to go up against Roman.
Be fuming, wouldn't he?
They won't be in the Rumble. Of course they won't. So
I'm surprised you missed out Kevin Owens.
He's fighting Thingy in Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah.
May miss out Drew McIntyre, but yeah. So obviously Bray carrying, that's a match that's happening. Kevin Owens and Roman, that's a match that's happening. That's why they're not in. But yeah, The Rock is either going to win it or they're going to do Cody The Rock winning it.
No inclusion of Bray Wyatt.
He's pitch black match with LA Knight.
Oh yeah.
See, there's that many people.
It's because I don't know what it is.
And that's why I missed out Drew McIntyre, because
I'm really fearful of a pitch black match. Like, what's going on?
Well, exactly.
Who won?
It's like you described it like the best when we were chatting about it. It was like, I pinned him, ref. Did you? Yeah. No, he didn't.
Yeah. I'm over here.
Like, how's he gonna know? Can't see.
Or he's like, I pinned him, and then the lights go up and say, oh, it wasn't even LA Knight.
Yeah, exactly. It was Uncle Hardy. Do you know they're gonna do something like that? It's gonna be like a pin. The light's gonna come on and it's like lying on top of Uncle Hardy or something. But yeah, what do you think? Too mental? Too crazy? I guess you don't think Austin's gonna be in it. I just think they're in Texas. Again, you've seen him working out. He's training for something. You need to get him into WrestleMania somehow in a way that makes sense.
I get you. I just feel like getting The Rock and Austin would be too, like, not too much, but I'd be surprised if they pulled it off.
Yes.
Like, it would be fantastic.
Well, Triple H wants to make his mark his first Rumble. He loves the Rumble.
Getting all his buddies back.
Exactly. Getting the band back together. Legends like Stone Cold, The Rock.
Pitching the Blues Brothers now.
X-Pac. So yeah,
I like it. Solid Rumble.
Solid. It's going to be one of the best Rumbles of all time. Imagine us marking out if this happens. So yeah, that's maybe I should have prefaced this with Wild, but that's my 2023 entry predictions. I even put Cena on the graphic because I was toying with it. Talking about last minute.
I thought you were just screwing with people.
Clickbait bitches. So
goes out to all my clickbait bitches.
See, you should have known. It was all already spoiled for you. You know, 3 of the 4 I think are going to be in there. So let us know your predictions on who you think is going to be in, who you think's winning it, all that good stuff. If you watch us on YouTube, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the subs. So if you've not subscribed to us yet, please do so. But also, you can watch us on Pro Wrestling TV. So you can download that for free. Check us out along with loads of other wrestling content. You've got MLW, TNT, Warrior Wrestling, AAA. Fucking wrestling fans' wet dream, that app is. All your cool stuff on there. All talk shows, documentaries, everything. Go and check it out. Top Rope Brewing, Anthony.
Finest place for some wrestling related beers and pop culture, should we say?
Yes, they got some Transformers type.
Yeah, Optimus Prime.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, and On top of that, the beers are just fucking delicious.
Yes,
so.
they are. And you can save 10% with our code A2theK10 at topropebroom.com.
True story.
And then you can also buy our t-shirts at Pro Wrestling Tees, and also check out Alt Wrestling Tees, who's been partnered with us on some of our designs and just makes awesome t-shirts for anything wrestling, really.
Yeah,
so go and check them out on Instagram. And let us know in the comments, how is the Rumble going to go? Who's going to be in it? Why did I leave out Drew McIntyre? All those things. And we will see you on the next one.